It is winter here in the north of Norway and Tromsø. The snow has fallen and the temperatures are around 0 degrees, going up and down and just bumping somewhere around there. And it feels like Christmas, not only because of the snow, but also because I got a little present from our local sailmaker. He finished the boom cover for Mildred. And I had chosen a nice green color. I was first not sure about it because not many sailboats up here at least use green, but it looks so nice. I'm really happy about the decision now. So of course I needed to put it right up, and I still need to fine tune a little bit because at the very end of the boom cover there is a little gap, unfortunately, still where water will be coming in. Now it's a little bit too short. It finishes nicely here, but there's this much of a gap. It looks nice back there, but it's just too short. That's exactly where the boom is having like this fold over. But on the top it's still this much open, so not ideal. I like the green color on her. That was definitely the right choice. But now we'll also need to change the sun protection of the Genoa because that's still blue. Well, one day. It's still gonna take a moment until I get the bimini and the whole cockpit cover. Maybe someday during the winter. But that's gonna look super nice with the green. Good job, Stig. Good job. And in addition to the boom cover, the sailmaker was so nice to also loan me a tarp, a really sturdy tarp that I can put above this entryway so that it's protected from the rain and the snow. I now put this flimsy tarp on top, but that's not ideal. And the other one is much bigger and so sturdy, so I'm gonna put that up now as well. This one is definitely sturdier. It will keep maybe even in place when there's a lot of wind. But for the next weeks at least, the next week there's no storm forecasted, so that's good. I went to the store and I bought a few things, and yes, some of it might seem like decoration, and it is, but it's also for security. Because Christmas is coming, I got some fairy lights. I'll put them on the outside of the boat, that they're hanging from the boom to the mast and to the forestay. For the reason that A, it's gonna look a little bit more cozy now in the dark winter time, but also when I'm driving past I can see if the lights are on, and if they're on, all is good. If they're off, that means the electricity on the boat is off, and with that also the heater. And then I need to go and check if the fuse has blown or whatsoever the heater is off, and I need to find a solution. But this way I don't need to come to the boat every single time. I can just drive by and see if the lights are on. And it's gonna look cozy. Because here in Tromsø, it's very soon going to be completely dark, that the sun does not rise above the horizon anymore. And we're gonna have that for 2 months. So then we just need to make everything more cozy and have a little bit of light everywhere that we can manage the dark times. These are the tasks that bring joy again. Staying inside. You're coming with me. Okay. And yes, if you have subscribed to this channel and you've seen the video before where I found several leaks that were bringing in a lot of water and completely soaking a wooden piece that is going all around the boat, I still have that problem, but I still choose to first put up the fairy lights. And I'll explain in a moment why I am waiting to fix those leaks and why it was actually good that I did not fix those leaks immediately, because I think I would have done quite a big mistake. So it's good that I didn't put pressure on myself to fix it immediately, and right now the fairy lights have priority, clearly. How do I get them up there? I need a line and probably something heavy on the other side. will work. I think that's too light. I guess that will work. Let's see if I break something on the boat by tossing this over the spreader. Or if it was a good idea. How many tries do you think I need? I hope it's just one. I think everything else will be quite embarrassing. Okay. This is actually more difficult than I thought. No! Slightly short. But it was super close. 3 times the shark. That one was the worst.
Oh, you touched it!
I'm so close. I'm so close. Come on, big brush. Do me a favor and go over that spreader.
Oh yeah!
I just need to get you down. You should have thrown it from the other side. Oh. Am I doing this again? Just from the other side? I should have done it the other way. Because I need to pull it over the spreader in this way, so I don't need to unroll all the line. We're going again. Okay. Go back.
No, it's so close!
No. Well, you'll have to give me tips in the comments on how to best throw a brush over a spreader. Because I must be doing something wrong. This is ridiculous that it's taking so long.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. Let's see what this looks like. I didn't realize that they make different colors, so I can set it super colorful, but I'm curious if I can really see that from the street. But it definitely, if it's dark. It looks ridiculous, but it's gonna be helpful, and I'll explain why now. Because with the leaks, I have to now close the areas where the water is coming in, and that will make my boat watertight again, which is going to be a great environment for fungi as soon as I put heat on. So I will need to put heat on continuously, and I will need to put a dehumidifier, or maybe 2 in, that drain into the sink with a hose. And those need to be running continuously, which means the electricity needs to be on continuously. And that is what the fairy lights are for, because this way I don't need to come down here to the boat every time. I'm driving past almost every day, and I will be able to see the fairy lights, hopefully, from the street, and we'll see that the electricity on, which means the heating is on, the dehumidifier is on, and hopefully no fungi is developing. I have placed out these 2 big tarps behind me because I'm prepping for a really big project that I'm gonna do next week, and that is to close the leaks that I have on the boat. Next week I have a whole week where there is no rain. Of course I will need to time that next to working pretty much full time and other tasks that an adult has to do when adulting. But by having the whole week I will have time to do it proper. And I got some instructions on how to do that that. I'll explain all of that in detail in next week's video if you're curious about how that project is going and if I can make that work. This week it's all about preparation. So next week I'm going to tackle the big project. I do find it a little bit scary, but I feel also comfortable with it. I don't know, can you feel both at the same time? I would say yes.
Sunlight dances on the balcony as I wait for thee to come home. I fumble the words, yeah, my mind's a mess when you're in that dress.
I almost forgot to tell. Yesterday I was driving past the boat to go to a party and I could check whether I can see the lights from up at the street. And there's several light settings that I didn't know that I could choose between the colors. I just wanted to have a white. So I thought maybe it looked like blue that I was choosing, and I was driving past seeing the boat and it was all purple. It's like my least favorite color. So I'll have to change that, but it works. The last 3 weeks have been pretty stressful doing the skipper course. That was every afternoon almost, next to working pretty much full time and next to doing these boat projects. But I have the skipper license now for Norway, and it was a nice refresher and a lot of also new information, or like very local information. I only finished the exam mid of the week and now it's the weekend and I still feel a bit drained, so I'm trying to still tell myself to take it slow so that I'm not getting sick, because I know out of experience that getting sick or like getting a cold is usually my body telling me that I need to rest. And even though I am done with the skipper license now and that big part has fallen away, I have told myself that I need to still not allowed to do anything else but the absolute necessary for a couple days more so that I don't get sick. So this week I'm just on the boat a couple of hours, just preparing the project for next week, but it's a fun project. I really still enjoy having this boat and having something to work on, something to do next to work, and something that is for me, a project of my own. I really am happy that I did this, that I bought this boat. But let's just hope that the boat is also as happy about me buying her as I am about buying her, so that she's drying nicely without any fungi developing in the wood. Just keep your fingers crossed for me.
You always find me here when the world thinks that I've disappeared. You know just where to look. You know just where to look. You have a heart of gold, and I look forward to growing.
I think this will work. With the tarp protecting it from any additional rain, and there's not so much rain coming the next days anymore, I think this is a good preparation to take the sealant out, let that settle for a few days, and pouring diluted alcohol in. But I'm gonna get into the details in the next video. Now I'm really happy that I did the skipper course and that I somehow managed still doing some projects on the boat. It was a lot. So preparing is all that was needed now, and I'm just gonna finish this now, and then I think I'm gonna light a fire at my home and have a cozy day, maybe knitting a little bit. Something that does not need to be really productive, not with a schedule or a goal or anything. That would be nice.
I do.